Preneurs, did you know that school is still secretly keeping us poor? Here are 5 ways that modern education today is dragging you down. Let's get right into it. Welcome back, Preneurs. Today's conversation is a very simple one, but I think it's a big one. Let me tell you why, because I think all of us have been to school. You've been to first grade, second grade, all the way to 12th. Maybe you graduated, went to college, maybe going even beyond that to graduate school. And here's a couple different things I want you to think about for yourself. I have 5 for you about how school is secretly keeping us poor, taking money out of our pocket, not letting us live our best life. And I'm gonna get right into it, right from number 1. Number 1 is life is not really teaching you. All right, so what I mean by that? All right, so in school, they're not really teaching you about life at all. All right, well, what I mean by that, I can prove it. From 1st to 12th grade, we are spending about 12,960 hours. That's a lot of hours of going to school each and every day, education being put into us, okay? But the real question, did you really learn about money when you were in school? All right, just think about it. Did you really learn about the money game? Did you learn about the rules of money when you were in school? Did you really do that? I don't know. I know a bunch of people that have finance degrees. I even have a finance degree. I laugh about it all the time saying, I didn't really learn about money until I actually exited and went through all the troubles of money. That's kind of how I had to learn. Another one is mental health. Like, did you really learn about mental health? It was said that 1 out of 4 people today have a mental health issue. Okay, that's a big one, right? So are we learning about mental health right now, right, in school? How about taxes? When you exit school, do you know how to even leverage the tax codes? Right? Even for yourself as a business or as an employee or just someone as a citizen, do you understand the tax codes that benefit you in your household? How about time management? Did you learn time management in school? Some people say, yeah, I was late to school every day. I kind of learned how time management works, right? But did it really teach you on how to make sure that's really effective and efficient for you for anything that you want to step into the next in your life? These are a couple of different things that I believe that is not really taught when it comes to life in school, right? And a lot of people will say, well, Curtis, how can you say something like this? My mom's been a teacher for over 34 years, just recently retired. I've seen all education from formal to non-formal, everything along those lines. So I'm not speaking on behalf saying, well, all teachers are bad or all school systems are bad or anything like that. I'm just saying from my perspective, my opinion, these are things that, again, that I'm seeing like, man, school needs to do better in keeping us in a position of not being poor, and these are the things that are taking from us. It is not teaching us about life right now. Number 2, it's punished for failure. I remember being in school, maybe you can relate with me on this, and I would get a B or a C, and then I'm punished. If your grade point average is less than a 2.0, you're punished. You can't go play sports, you can't do different things. And some people might say, well, you have to increase, you have to perform, you have to get better, right? And I 100% agree with you on performance. I 100% agree with you on getting better. I 100% believe on learning. But grades don't necessarily mean I'm learning, okay? So you get punished for mistakes. If you make a mistake, that's bad. If you get a bad grade, that's bad. And so what happens is we start learning in that system how to survive versus actually thrive. And what I mean by that, I know if I just get a B, I can pass this. I know I just get a C, I can pass this. So now you're looking for strategies just to pass tests, not to actually study the material or the curriculum that's given to you to actually learn it. So we become professional test passers, right? And I know tons of people I was in school, man, they would just cram for a test really quickly just to be able to pass it. But I asked them about, did you really understand exactly what you read? No, I just know the answer, right? So this has been an issue, and that's bad habits being created versus actually being educated versus just passing something. That brings me to number 3, which is saving. When you're in school, they talk about, hey, save your money, save your money, save your money, save your money. But where are you actually saving in? All right, I was taught to actually save in a savings account, right? And I was like, man, what's a savings? So we did some math on it. Let's say I was making $40,000 a year, okay? So say I'm making $40,000 a year, and I took that money and I invested 25% of that, okay? And say I'm getting a return on investment increase about 12%. Do you know in 40 years I'll have over $9 million? But if I did the same exact thing, all right, and I took that $40,000 and I go invest it in my savings account that's earning less than 1%, I would still literally have less than $50,000 over 40 years. What's my point? That is being taught right now. It's about how to save, but most of us think savings in a checking or savings account. No, there's other ways of doing it. I think school could do a lot better job of teaching us on where to save to get a higher return on investment so that we can make sure our money's working for us versus us just always working for money. That was not taught to me when I was in school. Another one is number 4, which is a debt trap. I'll prove it to you right now, it's a debt trap. Think about it like this. how can I be 18 years old if I graduate high school, I go to college, and I can go get a loan? Okay, think about this. I can go get a $200,000 loan right now. Literally, they got people on campus talking about t-shirts and credit cards, and I can literally get that loan to go into school to get educated, right? But I can't go start a business and go to a bank right now at age 18 because I don't have enough credit experience, right? I don't have enough credit history. So they're not gonna even give me $10,000 at age 18 to even start a business, but they'll give me $200,000 to go to school to get in debt. That makes no sense to me. So I can go to school for 4 years to get educated on something, but not start a business for the even minimum of $10,000 at age 18. This is an issue. So they're putting me in debt right up front, $200,000. Think about how many people you know right now that have a degree, okay, but they have not even used a degree when it comes to their employment or career, but they're still paying to this day, student loan debt. How many people we know like that? I know tons of them, right? Tons of them. They're like, man, this is never gonna happen. I went for my master's degree. I'm still at $150,000. I'm at $200,000. I'm at $250,000, whatever it may be. And that interest is just accumulating, and we keep saying forbear, right? Forbearance, right? Push it, defer. President, please wipe away this debt. Government, please wipe away this debt. Forgive it. This is happening all the time, but what if I started a business and I was able to start helping my community? I was able to be a solution. So instead of going in debt, we can be a solution. But unfortunately, this is a debt trap that's taught really early on. And that brings to my last point, which is, you're taught to listen to your superiors. And yes, I believe listening to your authority. Whoever is an authority figure in front of you, you should listen to them 100%. But if you don't want their life, then you gotta watch the words that are given. So a lot of people are put in authority positions based on title, not based on experience and what they have actually accomplished. That's when the issue comes in. So you have a bunch of educators that are teaching a concept based on a curriculum, or because they went to school in the past, but may be outdated, but they've never really accomplished what they're actually teaching about, okay? So this has been a major issue. Like, for example, let's say that someone comes to me right now and says, Curtis, let me teach you how to cook. Well, if they don't know how to cook, why am I listening to them, right? And it has nothing to do about love. Like, for example, let's use my mom as an example. Mom's an educator. She loves me. So her advice when it comes to business, if she doesn't do better than me in business, it makes no sense for me to listen. Why? Not to say that I should not listen to her because she's my mom. I'm saying because she doesn't have any credibility when it comes to building something I want to build for myself. So that advice, unfortunately, is voided. So my point on this is, just because they're a superior or authoritative figure doesn't mean that every word that they say is gold. Because if they don't have the life that you want, then therefore the advice you're listening to, it means that you're going to end up switching places with them if you keep taking their GPS system, which is their words, effectively. And I think school systems has created that system for a lot of people that unfortunately don't have that credibility, okay, don't have that position that most people want, but they're forced to listen. Okay, so these 5 points right here is literally secretly why school is keeping us poor right now. You're not living your best life. You might be watching and saying, you might be an educator, by the way, and listen to me and say, Curtis, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I disagree with you. We would love to hear your comments. It's perfectly okay. This is just an opinion, right? And maybe you agree, maybe you don't agree. Maybe you have some other points on here that maybe I missed. Maybe you say, you know what, Curtis? No, that's incorrect. We don't only teach about savings account. We don't just only punish people for failure. We don't only just tell people to making sure they listen to me just because I'm an authoritative figure. And that's perfectly fine. But I would love to hear from you if so. And if you are someone that is wanting to increase their life to a different level, and you know other people that can benefit from going out this level, go in and tag them right now. And make sure that you're increasing 1% daily. And let me tell you why, because we want to help you increase your profit, your passion, your purpose consistently so you can live your best Preneur life. We'll see you guys in the next video.